Leanne Pero set up her street dance classes when she was just 15 years old. But 9 years on, she's still not making enough to live on, and she desperately needs some business advice.
If you looked into our account, you would say, well, look, I don't know how you're going to run for the next 6 months. I don't even know how you're going to run for the next month.
But there's good news for Leanne. Debbie Moore, owner of Pineapple Dance Studios, has agreed to be her mentor.
If you've got a business, you've got problems. You've just got to know that it's called being a business. Things go wrong.
The Aylesbury estate in South London has had more than its fair share of bad press over the years. But if you look behind closed doors, you may be surprised at what's going on. Since Leanne started her business, she's offered hundreds of local kids the opportunity to express themselves through drama, singing and dance. But it hasn't been easy.
We're like single parent family, so like she's had the struggle there. And struggles just like with the area and the people that you have to deal with.
She's like a good role model for someone like me to have.
My best auntie in the whole wide world.
We specialise in street dance, but we also teach drama and singing as well. We basically run our classes on estates and schools, like anybody can get involved and, you know, just come and get involved, come and have fun, come and express yourself.
It's like a home, like you come here and there's kids your age, a bit older, a bit younger, but everyone's just happy and just here to have fun.
Some of the main aims of Breakin Out is to break down the stereotypes of what society might have of inner city, estate-based young people. They're disadvantaged, poverty-stricken, you know, that everybody's in crime or involved in a gang and all that sort of stuff. We're trying to really break that down and say, look, we might live on estates, we might not have as much money as a lot of other people, but we are normal. The fact that we have these classes that are either free or 50p or £1, it encourages the young people to come because they know they're getting quality classes for an affordable price.
But charging so little means Leanne is struggling to keep the company afloat.
If you looked into our account, you would say, well, look, I don't know how you're going to run for the next 6 months. I don't even know how you're going to run for the next month.
So Leanne needs some help fast, and there's no one better qualified to advise her than Debbie Moore OBE, owner of Europe's biggest dance studio. Pineapple is a multi-million-pound empire with a fashion line, 12 shops and over 200 classes a week. Debbie knows a thing or two about business.
If you've got a business, you've got problems. Sometimes there's 9 problems in a day, sometimes there's only 3. Sometimes you can knock off all 9 and on your way home the 10th one pops up. You've just got to know that it's called being a business. Things go wrong.
Debbie has agreed to mentor Leanne to help make her company more commercial. She summoned her to Pineapple HQ to find out more about her business.
A bit scared, but I don't know, just going to go with it and just be as open as I can be, really. My name's Leanne and I'm here to see Debbie. Hi!
Oh,
nice to meet you. Yeah.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. The situation we're in now is funding is coming in as and when, got a good staff team rolling, but we just kind of feel like we need that wow factor to kind of push us out and promote what we do more.
And what's it called?
It's called Breakin Out. The company's called Breakin Out. It's a slang word for dance.
You've got your classes running now.
Yeah.
And are they in a church hall or what?
They're in estate-based community centres. I had loads of kids. They wanted the dance classes. They wanted the stability each week of coming in through the doors.
So do they pay for a term?
They can't afford to pay, you know, the money for classes. They just haven't got the money.
And how many teachers have you got?
I've got about 3 dance teachers at the moment. And I've got other staff, obviously, that pull the project together, so just kind of like help out taking the registers and things like that.
The PR side is really important,
Yeah.
you know. Years ago, when I was nominated for the Verve Clico Businesswomen of the Year Award, someone said, oh, well, she's just the PR, she's just the front. And I think, well, OK, hang on a minute, just the PR?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
It's interesting that you say about the PR, because at the moment that's been like the big thing that everyone's saying, you need to get that right. You know, I don't have a clue, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm very much a person, so happy being in the background.
Any business, be it in dance or in fashion or whatever, it needs a person. You know, it needs, you know, this is Debbie Moore Pineapple Debbie Moore. It's not just pineapple. They've got a person.
I think that she's going to be able to help, and she seems that she really does want to help as well.
She completely was listening to everything, totally got it. I love that. I didn't have to repeat myself. She was so there.
Back in East Walworth, Leanne gets straight on the phone to round up her team.
You need to hurry, yeah? Because obviously the woman's going to be here in like the next 10 minutes. I'm a bit nervous that she's coming down to see one of our classes. You know, I'm just hoping that all the boys turn up and everyone's on their best behaviour.
To help Debbie work out why Leanne's business is failing, she's brought along friend and fellow entrepreneur Emma Sinclair. An ex-investment banker, Emma is the youngest woman ever to float a company on the stock market.
I'm good at looking at the big picture and the smaller picture. My experience in mergers and acquisitions means that I understand numbers, I understand legals. One-stop shop.
Hi, guys. Hi. Come in. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Yes. Hi. This is Delano. This is Debbie.
Hello,
This is Emma. Right, guys.
It's Breakin Out, you see.
Yeah.
I had to ask a few times
Yeah.
because I hadn't heard it.
What does it mean?
before.
Does it mean something?
Breakout is a slang word which we use. It's I think it's a London thing, but it's a slang word for dance. I looked up in the explanation on the internet, and it actually said it means unruly and rebellious behaviour.
Ah.
Is that what you do here?
I think we might look at that.
Yeah, we're going to have to look at that.
Yes,
and I think that's something we have to.
We'll review that.
Yes.
Yeah. There'll still be Breakin Out going on. Don't worry.
Where we work, as you can see, it's a little dance studio. The whole aim of the programme is not just about dance with us, it's more of a community programme.
It's basically so much more than a dance class. It's just actually a kind of hub of the community.
It is, definitely.
And how did you two?
How did we meet? Started doing some sort of volunteering work. And then after that, she asked me if I'd done any teaching opportunities. So then she said to me, okay, well, do you want to start teaching here?
He has that gift to kind of take the young people further and give them that little bit more professional outlook on teaching street dance.
What do you think about the brand name? Because obviously Pineapple, half of the story was having a really good name, and one of the things you mentioned was, does Breakin Out, does that really reach the wider business community? What do you think about the name of the
I
group?
mean, it's the story that I tell that when I was building Pineapple, you know, one of my ballet teachers, Leanne Pero, he took me out to tea and he said, can't you call it the Covent Garden Dance Academy? And he said, because it's so commercial, you know, so kitsch, Pineapple. And I said, commercial is what we have to be. If we want to get people here, you know, we have to be commercial. We can't be too niche. And I think now with Breakin Out, it's too niche. I think it just needs softening and broadening. Keep it in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Speak to more people.
think of, just speak, because for some mums sending their kids or something, they might think it sounds a bit,
rough.
Come and Breakin Out at.
So we're going to get to see some dancing.
Yes, you are, definitely.
You're doing this for exercise, you're doing this for just because you love dance. Is there any kind of group aim?
I want the group to be out there just to inspire individuals, just to inspire up-and-coming people that want to try and dance.
There's lots of things that I can think of, you know, that we can then help to grow this. So I'm going to go away and think about them all, and then give you some ideas and set you a few tasks.
So we'll
Total inspiration. See you soon.
Yeah, definitely. Take care, guys.
be in touch.
Bye.
The kids are great. There's great atmosphere in there. We can definitely help her, rebrand her and everything.
Very pleased, very excited. Very good day.
I really like her. I think she's fantastic.
No, she's great.
In order for Leanne to focus on what's most important for her business, Debbie's setting her 2 tasks, but she's no idea what they will be.
I've got my first task. And I'm just scared now. I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to start shaking in a minute. God. I'm just thinking, what have I got myself into? Right. Leanne, task 1, brand perception. We would like you to think about your brand name, design and colour scheme. Breakin Out, as you told us, is difficult for people to understand. Your challenge is to come up with a new name and present it to us this coming Thursday, along with some thoughts about design. Good luck, and we look forward to hearing how you progress. Best wishes, Debbie and Emma. Oof. It's not as easy as it may seem. Don't know. It's a lot of. I've got to do a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking.
Leanne Pero has run her dance company Breakin Out for the last 9 years, but struggles to make ends meet. So Debbie Moore of Pineapple Studios has agreed to help make the business more commercial. And Leanne's first task is to rename the company.
It's quite fittingly that we're actually having a review meeting, because now I can brainstorm some ideas down and get the staff to help me on this one. All right, guys. I've been given my task by Debbie from Pineapple. And I want to I'm going to read it out to you lot, and I want to see your reaction to it. Breakin Out, as you have told us, is difficult for people to understand. Your challenge is to come up with a new name and present it to us this coming Thursday. Good luck, and we look forward to hearing how you progress. Best wishes, Debbie and Emma.
Is that permanently?
Yeah.
Is that changing the name
You have
permanently?
to change the Breakin Out name permanently.
Yeah.
But look how long it's been called Breakin Out for.
It's not hard.
It's not hard, but
It's
at
not
the same
hard,
time,
it's something that we've worked
it
belongs.
Isn't it? It's kind of
Yeah.
and people will still call it Breakin Out because they've known Breakin Out for so many years.
I would lie to you if I sat here and told you that it's got to the point now where if I do go around to meetings and stuff, I do get embarrassed sometimes to say Breakin Out.
A lot of people do use the term in a rude way because it's kind of a street thing, it's a slang, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
So it's been picked up and used by the wrong people. So yeah, I do understand what you're saying.
What's wrong, Daniel? You don't look happy.
Breakin Out has been there for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like, from the beginning, like you obviously.
The name does need to feel like you've grown and the company's grown and it's a fresh new start.
Has anybody got any ideas for names?
I guess look at how you see your company, how you see us
As a collective, like it is your company, Leanne, and yeah, it would be nice to represent. I don't know, because it's like a family kind of thing.
I'm going to put that word collective down. I don't know how it could be used, but yeah. Someone said about family as well.
Mango.
Ever growing.
What about let's keep it moving?
I think everybody's just kind of getting used to the fact that, you know what, there's going to be change. And I think, if anything, at any point in doing this, today has been the day where everybody's seen that.
Leanne was set the task of coming up with a new, more commercial name for her company, and now she has to present it to Debbie.
I'm so nervous right now.
So Leanne, when I, had to think about mentoring you, I had to really think back and think about Pineapple and think about how it started. And one of the first things I knew I had to do was think of a name.
I knew that sometime down the line there would be a time where I had to change it. And I actually sat with my staff members and basically we all just kind of brainstormed loads of ideas down. So we came up with a list, and that list consisted of probably around about 50 names. And our final 3 were growth, which was we had more of a visual with growth because of how far we've come. The second one was Community Arts Collective. A lot of what came out of it was that we were a collective of youngsters trying to create this big movement, in a sense. We might live on council estates, but we were all quite normal. You know, we wanted to kind of create that movement. We chose the Movement Factory.
My brief to you was that it had to say what you were doing. So you have put in all those things of movement and dance and community and teamwork and everything all into one. So that's great. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I was hoping you weren't going to come back with banana or mangoes.
And now there's a chance to get Emma's reaction to the new name.
The Movement Factory, that is spot on, isn't it?
Yes.
Nice.
The reason why I chose factory over any other word to kind of signalise teamwork is because factories are always adding different lines and different products, and that's what we're all about.
Evolving.
Yeah, evolving.
So, task 2, presumably. Yeah, there's more work.
To launch the name, we will do it here.
Get people together to see what the new brand is and
Yeah.
pull in some people that are going to do something useful going forward.
Brilliant, yeah. So that's the next step, is to
That's the
launch
next
it,
step,
really.
yeah.
Oh, God. Wow.
Yeah, so
No,
that's
it's
good. You're
It's
up for
really
that,
good.
aren't you?
I'm up for it. I'm not surprised that this was the last task, but I'm really happy, like she said, that we could do the launch in Pineapple Studios. This is exciting for us. I've got so much to do. I'm just thinking about all the different things I've got to do.
Now Leanne's got a new name, she needs a company logo, so she's being sent to a professional design team who've offered to make one for free.
This is your thoughts, really. How do you see yourself? Because the logo represents the service that you offer, how do you wish to be depicted within the community?
I just want... what do I want in the logo? It's true. That's quite a funny question. That's a weird question. It's quite hard. I think the words that kind of come out to me would be to see that it is a movement of some type.
Okay.
That is, there's a movement. You can see a movement within that. I really want the factory element of the words to kind of bring out the fact that we are a team.
Okay. Right. We need to do some brainstorming then, I think.
Yep.
Any ideas on fonts? Are we sort of looking at...
Just like bold.
Bold.
I love
So
bold.
strong, something
Something
really strong.
Yeah. Movement is the core thing. I would like something that shows that movement and togetherness, because obviously that's another thing that the factory is symbolising, is the togetherness and the teamwork. Wicked, completed product.
Excellent, perfect.
Thank you very much. Now I've got the product. I've just got to go and spend the next 3-4 days putting together this massive showcase.
It's the big day for Leanne, and she has just 4 hours to go before she relaunches her company at Pineapple.
Music player. All right, I need to check that out.
Until now, Leanne has scraped by on small grants from the local authority. But with a new name and new look, the aim is to gain more commercial business.
So nervous.
In the audience today, as well as friends and family, are key business contacts.
Afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. Just thought that we'd introduce this afternoon with a few words and explain to you why you're here and what you're about to see, and also why Debbie and I are here. The wonderful Leanne is our mentee. She is, as most of you probably know, somebody who's been working in the dance arena for a very long time. And Debbie decided to give her some advice and some business mentoring to allow her to grow a little bit.
The first task I set her was literally to come up with a great name and new branding, and I just can't believe I'm standing and I can see that it's on T-shirts, it's on bags. She's done the most fantastic job. And then task 2 was to launch it. So over to you.
Afternoon, everyone. This is my staff team here, so if we give them a bit of a clap. 3 weeks ago, I was just running my Southwark-based performing arts company, Breakin Out, and I was approached and asked if I wanted to work with Debbie Moore. At the time, I looked at the company and I thought, do you know what? The company's doing really well. We've got our fair share of local attention, we're getting more funding bids, but still, I was still struggling to keep the company afloat. And I knew there had to be some changes somewhere. What actually is the Movement Factory? That's the question that everyone wants to know. Our aims are to make quality performing arts classes more accessible for underprivileged young people in our surrounding communities. That will allow them to express themselves, get themselves heard, and ultimately keep them off the streets. Just like to point out, 50% of the work all my staff do is paid. The other 50% is voluntary, and that's because they believe in what we're doing. okay? It's not just me that creates that, it's the whole team. And each and every one of them have got a different story to tell. So can everyone give a big round of applause for Delano?
Yeah, I've known Leanne since I was like 11 years old. She's like a big sister to me. When I was 16, she offered me a chance to do voluntary work at her with Breakin Out, and I was more than happy to do so. Then I've been with Breakin Out ever since, and I'm here with Breakin Out now, which we've now changed to the Movement Factory. I'm very happy about that. I'm pleased for Leanne because she cares a lot about what she does. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm behind Leanne 100% of the way.
Leanne's thrown me in deep end plenty of time to get me out my comfort zone. I never used to teach primary school kids. I didn't have a lot of patience. And first she started off saying, do year 6, it's not that bad. Then do year 5, it's not that bad. Now I'm teaching year 3s. So yeah, and it's helped made me be the person I am today. And Movement Factory, we're moving.
Finish up and whatever, we've got a performance for you guys.
We're like a family, yeah. So come on in, yeah. I want to welcome you. Oh, it's the Movement Factory, yeah. It's the Movement Family.
Kids are so fantastic. It's so moving for all of us to see, isn't it? This kind of passion and this such fabulous thing going on here. What a great girl. How lucky am I that I got Leanne to mentor. Fabulous.
I'm so happy. I feel so good as well. That sense of achievement has been really big, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel really overwhelmed right now.
One of the things I haven't seen is all these young adults who clearly are absolutely wedded to her. You know, she rules with an iron fist, does Leanne?
Well done. It's like beyond anything I could have hoped for. Way beyond. So much effort and energy, and it's just fantastic and professional.
Thank you, Debbie.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, unbelievable. Well done.
We've tried. Thank you, Debbie, yeah? I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep with the Movement Factory. I've got meetings booked to talk about other classes in other areas. So things are moving in the right direction now.